All right, guys, I promise it to you. Here it comes. Here's the rant. Why do shops and technicians suck at these things? Let's get into it. That was a pretty harsh intro. I got you. I don't know if it's going to get any better, to be quite honest with you. I've been in this business for 43 years and in the same spot, right here, St. Mary's, Georgia, Kingsland, Georgia, my whole life. I've been going down to Jacksonville to do training my whole life. There's two things that I find out about, that I've really realized about not every shop owner. Some of you guys out there, especially the ones that watch our videos, you guys are trying to do what's best. You're trying to learn. We get a lot of messages from you guys. We love you guys. You're doing fantastic. But man, I tell you what, shop owners, two things, not just shop owners, technicians. We're going to get to technicians in a minute. Let's talk about shop owners first. You don't want to buy equipment. You don't want to spend money to buy good quality equipment that is going to help you fix cars. And then you don't want to pay for your technicians to go to training. Hold on, technicians, don't think you're off the hook here yet. We're getting to you. But technicians, shop owners, you don't want to pay for equipment and you don't want to pay for training. So many shops that I've been into, and I mean, my gosh, man, it's like going back in a time warp. And they wonder why they can't fix modern cars, right? It's like the modern cars. I mean, half the stuff you can't even fix a 2010 or newer, 2008 and newer car.
It's what this shop looked like when we got in it.
I mean, literally, it's what this shop looked like when we got in here, right? Now, that owner, he kind of moved on with life. He really didn't care anymore, which is why we ended up with the building, right? But that was a slow decline, I'm sure, right? The tire, I mean, he was a big tire store. Tire machine was super old. The balancer was super old. The shop was run down, dirty. The lights, I mean, it was like a dungeon in here, okay? But you know what? I've been in so many shops that are like that. And it just blows my mind. It's like, well, you know, people say, well, we can't charge the right amount of money. Well, you can't charge the right amount of money because you don't have the equipment to do it with. And I understand. It's like a double-edged sword. It's like, well, or a vicious cycle. You don't charge appropriately, so you can't buy the equipment. You can't buy the equipment, so you don't have the equipment. You don't have the training, so you can't charge appropriately, right? Well, somewhere the cycle's got to break. Somewhere somebody's got to step up and say, I've got to put this stuff in there. I've got to make an investment in the future of my shop. And that investment is going to look like we're gonna invest in some equipment. You don't have to buy everything up all at once, right? I mean, I know people are going to comment right now, oh, it's easy for you guys. You guys got social media. Guess what? Up until how many years ago we started doing the social media? Three, 4 years ago, maybe, right? We were just like every other shop, but we still had all the equipment. We still bought everything that we had to have to fix the cars, right? And was it an investment? Oh yeah, massive investment. We still went to training. Was that an investment? Yeah, massive investment. Still sent our guys to training, massive investment. But we were able to charge appropriately to be able to do that and to stay up with the times on this stuff. No, it's not cheap. We had an issue with a Chrysler the other day. We had to buy the Chrysler factory interface. So I have to call up and go, we can't get this car to program. What's going on? They said, oh, there's a problem with the J2534 interface to this car. Chrysler's having an issue with that. And I'm like, well, I can't not program the car. They've had this issue for 2 weeks. We've got to get this thing going. I need you to overnight me the factory interface, right? That was not cheap. That was $2,200 for that. Okay, but that interface is going to be with me, hopefully, for several years, and we'll be able to recoup our money off of that as the years go by. But the problem is that we would not have been able to get that car taken care of if it wasn't for buying that part for that tool. You've got to be able to do that. You've got to charge right to do that. And shop owners, you're going to have to invest in your guys. I'm getting to your guys in a second because I know I got some shop owners right now that are already typing like, my guys don't want to do training. We're getting to them. Believe me, their feet are on the fire too here. Right now we're talking to shop owners though. You need to make the investment in tools. You need to make an investment in equipment. You do not
scopes. Don't have scopes,
right? I mean,
trying to diagnose cars without scopes.
Yes, so many shops don't have scopes, and I know I already see that the people are typing. You don't need a scope to diagnose a car.
I know.
Yes, you do. On many cases.
Watch some of our videos.
If you do you need it for every single car? Absolutely not. But you need it for some of them. Unfixable if you don't have a scope in a lot of cars today. So yes, you do. You need to have scopes. You need to have scanners. You don't need to have your guys buying this. It is not the technician's spot financially It's not their place to have to buy a $5,000 or $7,000 scan tool or buy a $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, $10,000 scope. That's not their spot. That's a shop tool. The shop needs to own it. Technicians, you need to take care of it. You need to make sure it's properly maintained. You need to make sure you're putting it away properly, and you are maintaining that tool and understanding that that was an investment that your shop owner made for you, not just for him, for you also, or her, for you also, right? So take care of it, because I hear a lot of shop owners, my guys just beat stuff up. Well, teach them not to beat the stuff up. It's just that simple. It's the same thing with tire machines. It's the same thing with balancers. It's the same thing with alignment machines and racks and every other piece of major equipment that you buy. People need to be taking care of it. Specialty tools, you need alignment tools for timing chains. Don't tell them, oh, just mark the chains with some chalk. Just put some paint pen on it. You'll be all right. No. Call us for a special tool. Shop owner, you need to make the decision. Is that tool worth buying for that vehicle? Vehicle owners, if you're still with me, if you're still watching this, here's the thing. Sometimes the shop may say, we can't do that because the tool is going to cost us $1,000. And you might have a car that they never see again. So they're going to charge you, they're going to buy parts, they're going to have their labor involved in it. It's going to be a $2,000 job. They're not making $1,000 off that job to pay for a tool that they're never going to use again. So they might choose to say, we just can't do it. Okay, well, just understand that and take it to somewhere that can do the job properly. Make sure where you're taking it to is actually doing the job properly. Make sure they're actually buying the tool and not just paint penning it, right? The place that's saying that we can't do it is actually being honest with you and say, we can't afford to buy this tool and do this job one time. The place you take it to might go, yeah, we can handle that. You need to ask them. You got the tools for that? Okay? So there's that little rant box. This is definitely that's a rant video.
Yeah,
right
I
here.
knew there's going to be times where I might have to
slow me down a little bit.
slow you down to stay on topic, because you might just go down some. I was thinking there, like, we might be going a different direction for a second. But all right,
You gotta
get to the text.
Knock that boat back into the thing. Let's get to the text. Let me take a breath here, because I love you guys. You know, I've been a tech my whole life, and I know, oh, you're a shop owner. I'm going to hear it already, but okay. I've been a tech for a very, very, very long time. I work on cars every single day, right? Monday through Thursday for sure. Some Fridays, some Sundays. But I saw the other day in one of the Facebook groups, don't remember which one it was. I've seen this numerous times, right? I've seen technicians say, I'm not going to 1 second of training unless my shop owner is paying me to go. If he's not paying me to be there, I'm not going there. Well, I hate to tell you guys, but you need to have some investment in yourself. You need to actually take the time to go to training. Here's how we do it. I don't mind telling you 100%. We send our guys to training. When they have to go to training, we pay for their flights, we pay for the rental car, we pay for the food, we pay for the lodging, we pay for everything that they have to do when it comes to the training. We pay for the training itself. If the training happens on a day when we are normally at work, so let's say that Vision is one that we go to regularly. We fly out on a Wednesday. Vision happens on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and half a day Sunday. We fly out on Wednesday, get there on Wednesday. We have dinner, have a little, some time together. We usually get an Airbnb together. We used to do hotels, and now we're like, let's do an Airbnb. Let's all do it together. So we're having camaraderie. We're having time together as a family, right? We pay for the flights. We get there. We get the rental cars. We get some food. We go to training. That day they're paid for. Our techs are paid just like they would be at work for that day. Thursday, we would normally be at work, right? They're going to training that day. It's a full day of training. They're getting paid just like they were at work. Friday, we're not open. Friday is not an open day for us. We're still paying for everything to do with that training, but we're not paying them for that day. That's their investment in their day. They're taking their day where they would normally be off, and they're investing that back into themselves to get better at what they do. Saturday's the same way, and Sunday's the same way, and when they fly home on Sunday, right? And we pay for all that also. So they have no expenses while they're gone, right? And their investment in themselves is just the time that they have, which I know is valuable, is the time when they're there when they would normally be off of work. And I know I'm going to get comments right now, well, that's not right. That you're making them be there. I'm not making them be there at all. You can choose not to go to training. Now, I will tell you, if you choose not to go to training, at some point, you're not going to be able to do the work that we need you to do. Because at some point, you're not going to be able to do an ADAS problem on a Volkswagen because you don't have the training to do it. And then what happens to you is you become less valuable, right, as a technician, and so you make less money. So if you're a technician that thinks you should make, whatever, some numbers are, you need to make $250,000 a year, you only want to work 3 days a week, you're never going to do training, and you only want to work 4 hours a day. All right, well, God bless you. I hope you get that job. Let me know. I'll be right there next to you, right? But that's not real. There's no real thing on that. And I'm going to get somebody down in the comments right now to say that's exactly my job. I want you to leave the comment down there, and I'm going to fly to where you're at on my dime, and I'm going to watch you for those 3 days.
Man, you're really talking about the comments a lot on this one.
Well, because I know they're there.
I got to look for all these now.
I have seen these guys on these forums, right? And they just absolutely, yeah, there's some bad shop owners out there. And here's what I was saying earlier. I've been going to Jacksonville to training for years. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of people that want to go to training in Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a massive city. It's not New York City, but it's got well over 1 million people in it. I don't know how many shops it's got. I mean, hundreds of shops, right? I mean, probably more than hundreds, probably thousands. Here's the deal. Every single time we went to training, it was the same 20 guys in the training. It was the same 20 people in that room every single time. Out of thousands of shops, potentially, over 1,000, the same 20 people. I mean, every once in a while you'd have one little person come in here or one person come in there, but never regularly. Why do you think training's not offered there anymore? There's no live training that really goes to Jacksonville anymore because of that. I went to training in Tampa. Tampa would pull from Orlando is close enough to pull from for that. I mean, and Tampa's a huge area. I mean, you got a lot of stuff around Tampa. I went there for some really high-level training on Toyota Priuses back in the day. I mean, some really, really, really good stuff by a really good trainer. You know how many people were in that room? 4. And we were 2 of them. And one of them was another trainer, for crying out loud. So, I mean, really, there was 3 technicians in that room. And this guy came all the way from Ohio to do training on Priuses. We got to want to do training, technicians. You got to want to invest in yourself. If your shop does not want to invest in you, start investing in yourself, start making yourself better, and you're saying, I'm not going to do that for my shop owner, you're not doing it for your shop owner. You're doing it for you. Because at some point, somebody else is looking for people. And then you're going to be valuable. You're going to be able to go in there and say, this is what I'm capable of doing. Here's the training that I've done. Here's what I've done, who I've done it in front of. Whether it be there's so many online options. There's so many virtual options as far as live classes that are virtual. In-person classes, yeah, they're making a comeback. I hope, because I love doing in-person training. They're making a comeback. Technicians, though, if your shop owner's not willing to do it, you do it. Invest in yourself.
You want to talk about shop owners also investing in their techs, but the techs have future plans. That was another thing you wanted to talk about.
Well, for the tech that says, I'm not going to 1 second of training without my shop owner paying me to go. And what they're saying is they basically say, I want all the training paid for, and I want to be paid while I'm there, the whole time I'm there. It doesn't matter, right? And I know shop owners that do it. I have a good friend of mine, Keith Perkins. We talked about him on here before. I had a conversation with him the other night. We were talking about this very subject. He pays every second that his techs go to training. He pays for every second of it, right? When they're there, they get paid overtime. That's great. I have no problem with that. If you're a shop owner that does that, double thumbs up to you, right? I feel like personally, I will invest in you, but I want you to invest in yourself also, right? And if you're a technician that says, I will not go to training unless my shop owner pays me to go for every second, how does he recoup that? What happens if he sends you to training? Let's just say he sends you to, you do 150 hours of training in a year. He pays for every single bit of it. All expenses are paid. And then you decide after that year to go, I'm not going to be with you anymore. I'm going to go open my own shop. He has no recourse. He has to trust you to stay with them. You can sign a contract and do a non-compete and all kind of stuff. But I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to, okay, if my guys decide at some point they want to, I've had a guy before do that. He came into me, he worked for me, we did training and stuff, he went and opened his own shop. Okay, I have no problem with that. That's fine. He kind of did it in a crummy way. He literally rolled up one day and said, I'm out, I'm going to open my own shop. This has been many, many years ago at the beginning of my career. It's not a bad thing. I will support you in any way I can. We're doing this because we want to support shop owners that are struggling, right? And a lot of those are techs that just started off. I think that's a great thing. I mean, that's why I'm in business, right? But as a business owner, as a shop owner, it's like, okay, if I'm going to invest in you for 3 or 4 years, and then all of a sudden you're going to take all of my investment in you and take, and I know people are going to be like, yo, but for those 3 or 4 years, you're making money off of them. I get it, but I'm also investing in them. There's a return on investment. If I'm constantly doing training and I'm constantly, making them better, right? Then I constantly have to have that return. I can't promise that anybody's going to stay with me forever. And of course, I want people to do better. But at the end of the day, shop owners have to look at that from a standpoint of how long is somebody going to be with me. So for us, it's like we invest a lot of money in our people, a lot of money. And I love that. I love that our people want us to invest in them. I love that they want to get better and they want to get, smarter at what they do and more efficient at what they do. But at the same time, they also understand that we are investing in them. We're going to cut this rant short. I could literally talk about this for about 6 days straight. I'm very passionate about it. I know I came across a little harsh for a lot of you, but I don't apologize for it. I want you to do better. I want everyone to do better in this business. I want everybody in this business to do better, because a rising tide raises all ships. And if we all get better, we'll all do better. Financially, we'll all do better. Emotionally in this business, our clientele will be better taken care of, because every shop will start to have a higher standard. And if we can do that, it's just going to be better for everybody. It's going to be better for really not just the shops, vehicle owners, everybody, right? So I'm very passionate about this. I appreciate you guys watching and listening to my rant. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, give me a thumbs up. I already know you're leaving comments. I appreciate that.
If there's other topics you want to rant on, you want him to rant on, then let us know. Maybe.
Yeah, if you like the rants, let me know.
Yeah,
if I'm passionate about it, I can rant, right? So
maybe that'll be a new little, monthly video.
Sherwood's rant.
Yeah.
Sherwood's.
I'll make a playlist for it.
We'll have to do a little. Yeah, Sherwood's something. We'll have to come up with a little thing there, a little some kind of saying.
Did you already tell him to like and subscribe and everything?
I just did that, except for everything but the hype button. So do that while you're there. Appreciate it. See you in the next one.